Hello, and welcome to this episode of EMSNOW Up Close. I'm Eric Miskell with EMSNOW, and today it's again my pleasure to speak with Roberto Gatti. He is the CEO of Delvitech. Delvitech is a very interesting inspection company, we should say. The tagline I love, AI applied to AOI. And that's Roberto, it's been a while since we last spoke, so thank you for taking the time to come and speak with me again today.
It's a pleasure. Thanks to you, and it's very nice to get you again here.
Very good. Listen, exciting things happening at Delvitech, so I was looking forward to this opportunity to speak with you. So let's start with what's happening. Delvitech is making its debut at the IPC APEX Expo here in March. And really entering the US market for the first time. So tell me, what makes this the right moment for your expansion, and what are your goals for this particular launch?
So let's say that Delvitech is in the market since 2019, and we started the sales of equipment in 2023, late 2023. We have dedicated our first years to establish a good office here at the headquarters in Switzerland, and to establish a good presence in India. And let's say that last year we decided to start engaging the US market. So we have created our new office in Dallas just a few months ago. And we have hired Paul Tartaglia, that in my opinion is a very good professional guy in America, well known. And I felt that now March is a good moment to start introducing the company to the market. And we start this introduction bringing to the United States the Horus machine that we feel is a very high-end machine with very particular AI technology inside. And I do believe that this is a great moment to start approaching the US market.
Yeah. Excellent. And you mentioned the Horus, and I wanted to ask about that because this is the AI-powered system that combines both SPI and AOI in a single solution, as I understand it. So tell me, how does this technology kind of revolutionize electronics manufacturing, and what advantages do you think it'll bring over traditional inspection systems?
So basically, this technology, it's a technology platform that we have created.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At the end of the day, the Horus is simply using our technological platform that is based, as you said, on a very high-end AI native solution that is combined with a very particular hardware capability to acquire images in a very fast way, and to manage image and to classify and detect the error with a very high speed. Basically, it's very important to say that this technology is very appreciated to the customers where we already sold here in Europe and in Asia. And it's a technology that tends to be very important for the customer because it's related not only to the classic 3D measurement, but it's really related to the characteristic of the image. Why it's so important, why it's so innovative. The innovation comes from the fact that when you acquire data from a window, and we typically inspect windows that are 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters, we typically acquire close to 15, 18 gigabytes of information in 0.2 seconds. And we typically classify and analyze and detect the error in 0.3 seconds. So our typical speed is 0.5 seconds for this window, but the great announcement is the fact that having the characteristic of the image, you can really detect errors on components that typically only the human eye with important microscope can detect. On the other side, we are offering a very important tool that is called the training manager that works on our neural network. This training manager is nothing else than an important toolkit that allows the customer to train the neural network to detect whatever is present on the board. So for example, if on the board you get a screw, and the screw is something very difficult to be created as a 3D information to be analyzed, or if you get other type of metallic parts that are very difficult and impossible to detect with the standard AI, you can easily train this object with a neural network and let the neural network understand and know this object in such a way that you can easily acquire the image in the next boards, and you can do an error classification and the detection of the error. This is a great advantage for the customer. On top of this, we are bringing the Horus machine to the United States because typically in the United States, you get a lot of companies that are spread around the world, where they have headquarters in the US, but they have manufacturing facilities throughout the world. The Horus machine is a machine that is microservice based in terms of software. So this gives a huge advantage for a company like that. A huge advantage comes from the fact that you can detect, you can train the neural network, you can leave the neural network and the libraries on an important server in the United States. And even if you have manufacturing plants spread around the world, these manufacturing plants with the Delvitech machines can run using the neural network and the libraries that are resident on a server that is located in the US. So this gives a huge flexibility to these companies and gives the possibility to be sure that the program that will be created in a plant in India or in a plant in Malaysia will be identical to the program that is created in the United States because it will work on the same neural network. Of course, the fact of using neural network in such a deep way obliges the platform to be very strong when we go to hardware, because you need a very high speed to collect the data and a very high speed to classify the data. This is the very important characteristic of our platform. It's very fast, it's totally and fully integrated, and the most important thing is that it's agnostic. So basically, we can do this on the printed circuit board assembled, and this is what we will show now in March. But before the end of the year, we will bring to the market the microelectronic optical inspection system that will be completely based on the same platform. And it will be capable to inspect microelectronics using the same characteristic, but with a superior resolution.
Yeah. You said a lot there. Let me ask a few questions to follow up. First, to clarify, with the Horus system, it's SPI. It combines SPI and AOI, so it's essentially the same piece of equipment of hardware that will sit at the SPI location or the AOI location on the assembly line. So it's one machine. It's just a matter of how you program it, then utilize it.
This is correct. Basically, let's say that, in my opinion, to say that we have an SPI and that we have an AOI, we don't serve the correct respect to the machine. Okay, the machine is really wide, so it means you can inspect whatever you want. So basically, in the same software, in the same window where you program the machine, you can easily go to the SPI, you can easily go to the AOI with the same machine, but you can also easily train whatever you want. So if you have a process that consists of post-paste analysis, pre-reflow analysis, post-reflow analysis, or after the post-reflow, you get some particular components that you mechanically add to the board, you can also inspect that part with the Horus. So basically, what I'm saying is that in the present way of defining a machine, this is a system that can do SPI and reflow together. But to be honest, this is a generic machine, multi-purpose machine. So you can really use it if you have a very complex line. You can use 10, 12 of these machines in the line. identical machines doing 10, 12 totally different things. The great advantage is that you use one machine or one model of machine, one model of software that is capable to perform whatever type of inspection inside the line.
Good. Thank you for that. And you mentioned there too about the microelectronics. I just want to touch on that briefly. I know that you did, I think a month ago, that Delvitech announced a strategic expansion into the microelectronics and chiplet sectors. So that's what you were referring to there, right?
Correct, Eric. Let's say that 2 months ago, we took the decision as the board of directors of the company to start entering the microelectronic and the chiplet market. Why? Because we feel that microelectronic is strategic as a sector, and we feel that the chiplet will become the most important sector in electronic during the next years. Of course, it's matching the fact that we come to the US with the fact that we announce microelectronic and chiplet. You can easily understand, and you are for sure much more aware than me, that the chiplet market starts from United States. Okay?
Yeah.
So for us, it's very important to start our approach to the US, to establish our office, to establish more people there, because we do feel that the platform we will launch on microelectronic will be unique, but it will be even better, the platform we will launch in the chiplet sector, because there we will get extremely high precision. I think the highest in the market. It will be completely on AI, and it will be very, very fast. So there will be something crazy that we will launch in 2027.
Okay, very good. I also wanted, excuse me, dive into, you keep mentioning the neural networks, right? The importance of that and what you have there. And I know that your proprietary neural network continually evolves to enhance customization for customers. And my limited understanding of the concept of neural networks is simply that it allows you to identify patterns and make predictions, right? It kind of serves as a human brain, so to speak, right? And you really allow the system to learn from the data that it's being exposed to, as I understand it. So how does this AI-driven adaptability improve the manufacturing efficiency and quality for your customers?
So it's a very good question. So the way our neural network is working is giving data, collecting data. So basically, we have data that can be used for programming as a neural network. You do the program of the board. You use whatever amount of data you have in your neural network, but this data in the neural network keeps on improving. How? They simply collect all the images that we use for inspection, and these images are qualifying more and more the neural network. The result is that rather than simply understanding where there is an error, we are capable to fine-tune the false calls to become almost zero against the real error. And on top of the real error, we can associate other information that typically a 3D machine cannot use. Okay? This is very important because at the end of the day, it allows our machine to do a real prediction of the error. For prediction, what do we mean? We mean not only be capable to identify the error at the end of the line. When it's an error, it's very good for the quality of the customer because the customer will avoid to go to the market with a board that has a problem. Fantastic. But we are interested to avoid the error to happen. So our software is working on the line in real time to make sure that when you see a possible deviation, when you see a possible problem on the line, we are capable to suggest what has to be done to avoid to see this deviation becoming an error at the end of the line. Of course, this is a very important tool. It's named Predictivity. It's patented by Delvitech, and it's something that in my opinion, will become stronger and stronger in the market, because at the end of the day, for our customer, this is a real cost-saving feature, let's say.
Yeah. That is excellent. You know, it's interesting. I just recently did a webinar that it talked about it, asked the question, is AI is inspection leading the AI revolution in manufacturing, right? And I assume that you would agree with that it is, you know, that this is really the application. And that was exactly what you were talking about, moving from just detection of errors to prediction and avoidance of errors is really that shift that is going on in the industry, especially in the inspection area.
Yeah, this is correct. Let's say that AI is creating a revolution in the inspection market, okay? But AI is difficult to be used, okay? AI needs a strong hardware, a strong customized hardware to work well. If you have a strong hardware and if you have a native AI totally integrated, you can really get into the market with some important challenges. The first challenge is be super fast in programming and inspection for a board. The second challenge is be super fast and super capable to classify an error against a false code. The third challenge is be capable to increase the first pass yield in a severe way. Right now, all optical inspection systems in the market are increasing the first pass yield, simply trying to reduce the false codes. But this is not my target. My target is reduce false codes, yes, but my target is reduce the errors. In this way, you increase and you dramatically increase the first pass yield. This is where AI is bringing a huge advantage.
No, that's excellent. That's excellent. And so you're going to be bringing the machine, you're bringing Horus to Apex here in a few weeks. You will be demonstrating it there. We certainly encourage people to come see you. I believe the booth number is 846. I'll put that out there. So Delvitech will be at booth 846 in the IPC APEX in Anaheim here in a few weeks. So, and I wish you nothing but success there. I hope it's a great show. But if I look beyond the APEX show, how do you see Delvitech, you're entering the US market, kind of shaping the future of AI-powered inspection, and kind of what's next for your company? You teased something with the chiplets a little bit, but what do you see in the future moving?
So in the future, we see a lot of challenges, okay? The first challenge that we always faced in the market is when you bring such a disruptive technology, customers want to try, okay? So the first challenge that we see is a strong demo room in Texas, in Dallas, where we just opened our office, where you can find multiple machines, Horus and Atom, to be tested, to be used for demos, for benchmarks. And this is the first challenge, because at the end of the day, customers want to touch, okay?
Yeah.
Second thing is we will start having important customers for sure in the United States in the PCB assembly. But my goal will be to go to talk to the very important customers to tell them that with a single platform, with a single database, they can have a platform for inspection that can be used from chiplet up to the printer circuit board. And to do so, we are willing to talk to the key players in the United States, demonstrate our technology, demonstrate our platform, enhance the number of application engineers that we have throughout the United States and also Mexico, to give them, and also Canada, honestly, to give them the best support possible. And challenges will be for sure there, because microelectronics in the United States is a very important market, and the chiplet will be the most important market. There is nothing to say. And we are very concentrated because we wanted to work with some international universities, and we want to work also with some universities in the United States. And when we will enter with the chiplet and microelectronic, we will also bring to the United States an R&D team that will be deployed there, that will be needed to fine-tune all the process that might be needed at the customer's location.
Yeah, and I could see the service aspect of that is so critical when you're entering the market, and that's what the customers will rely on. So it's good to hear that update.
Yeah, yeah. Let's say that, as I used to say, the first machine is sold by the salesman and by the quality of the product, but the second machine and so on is sold by customer support and by the quality of product in production. No? So we need to be very concentrated when we sell the first machine. It can be easy, but to sell the others, really we needed to demonstrate our Swiss quality there, and we needed to be capable to have a very important quality production.
Perfect, perfect. Well, this is exciting. I'm glad to help announce this here. I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks in Anaheim at the APEX show. Again, I remind people to come and see Roberto and his team. They're at booth 846 there in the Anaheim Convention Center. So please stop by and see him. Roberto, I appreciate the updates. I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks, and I look forward to hearing even more updates as you continue your adventure in the United States.
Thank you, Eric. It has been a pleasure to give you this interview. And I really wait for everybody at the Apex show to our booth so I can talk to all of them, showing the machine, showing our concept, and describing what we want to do for the future. Thank you again, and I really hope to see you in Anaheim, and I really hope to get some other interviews down the road together with you.
Very good, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.